Word goes that it's impossible to talk about some cars without talking about their rivals. Case in point, the Maruti Victoris. Its rival, you guessed it right. The Victoris is priced at 10.5 lakh, which means it's undercutting the Creta by about 60,000 rupees. That's not a big margin, but in a market as price sensitive as India, that could turn out to be a factor. Now with this car, Maruti is targeting young audiences, which means Gen Z and millennials who have quite a bit of spending power right now. And that's evident through the kind of tech package that has gone into it. Although one can argue that it's a direct response to Hyundai's strategy, let's keep that aside for the time being. So as we prepare to hit the Jaipur roads in this potential throne usurper, if you will, let's also go deep into its tech offerings to see whether the Victoris has it in it to appeal to the aspirational audience it's targeting. And I guess that's the intro, so let's begin. From the outside, the Victoris is not trying to be over-designed, and thank God for that. While it doesn't have the thumping road presence of the Creta or the calming elegance of the Seltos, its design looks quintessentially Maruti, and that's definitely a good thing. There are clean lines, a face inspired by the e-Vitara, slim LED DRLs, and a chrome bar that isn't in your face. The alloys are 17-inch turbine style, look sharp, and at the back the connected LED tail lamps actually have a unique scattered glow effect. Dimensions wise, it's about 4.3 meters long, which makes it proper mid-size. Bigger than a Brezza, not quite as wide as the Creta, but it holds its own. And this allows it to offer a boot space of around 370 liters. Speaking of boot space, like the Nexon iCNG, the Maruti Victoris also manages to completely hide the CNG assembly from view. But that also means that there's no spare tire. Yikes! Can't handle this Jaipur heat. So it's time to sit inside the Maruti Victoris and do a proper tech breakdown of its interiors. And spoiler alert, this is exactly where Maruti has well and truly leveled up its game. You get a dual-tone dashboard with a 3-layer design, soft touch materials, and 64-color ambient lighting, all of which make the car's cabin feel way more premium than what we're used to seeing with Maruti's arena cars. You also get a 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster, which is a first for Maruti. Right next to it is a 10.1-inch SmartPlay Pro X infotainment system with Dolby Atmos and an 8-speaker Infinity system. As you probably know already, in the world of car audio, Dolby Atmos is the next best thing. Whenever compatible sound is played on it, it actually gives you a theatre-like experience with sounds dancing from all four sides. But the truth remains, not all apps are compatible with it, Spotify being one of them, and I'd like that to change soon. And then there's the bling. Ventilated front seats that are 8-way adjustable, a wireless charger, and even a PM 2.5 filter for cleaner air. And did I miss out on anything? Yes, the panoramic sunroof. Because no Indian car buying experience is ever complete without the eternal question, इसमें sunroof आता है क्या? Coming to the rear, there's good enough legroom here, even for a 6'3" person like me, with the seat adjusted to my liking. And you also get dual AC vents and dual Type-C ports for fast charging. You get two main options. One is the 1.5-litre petrol engine delivering 101 bhp, available with manual, auto, CNG, and even all-wheel drive, which held up pretty well on the specially created off-road course that I tested on. The other is the strong hybrid setup from the Grand Vitara that offers an eCVT transmission. This one makes lesser 91 bhp but gives you up to 28.6 km per litre. Now, I've driven the car for quite a long haul today, and I can tell you that the drive seems more like it's tuned for ease rather than excitement. And that's quite a good thing actually. And in terms of the steering, it is very light, which is great for city speeds and parking. But as soon as the speed hits around 80 to 90 kilometers an hour, it doesn't weigh up as much as it should. And that makes the feedback a little vague compared to the Creta. The engine, it revs cleanly, but as soon as the RPM hits 3000, it does tend to get a little bit vocal for my taste. Gear shifts on the 5-speed manual that I drove are relaxed rather than snappy, and while the performance won't thrill enthusiasts, the Victoris is built around comfort, refinement and efficiency, making it a calm cruiser rather than a corner carver. Not just Bharat NCAP, but even Global NCAP has given 5 stars to the Maruti Victoris, which is significant given how Maruti's cars of the past haven't quite been endorsed by these programs the same way. And then there's even ADAS. In fact, it's the first Maruti car to feature level 2 ADAS. That means adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist and autonomous emergency braking. The full shebang is present on this car. And yes, it works perfectly well, as we found out during the short experience organized by Maruti here in Jaipur. On the road, it feels familiar. The Victoris is smooth and easy to ride, but it's also nothing dramatic. You can't expect any kind of thrills from it. And that's where it's different from the Creta. This is just your calm, efficient, everyday SUV. Starting at 10.5 lakh, the Victoris undercuts the Creta the right way, with features like a panoramic sunroof, Dolby Atmos, ADAS and a hybrid giving nearly 29 kilometers a litre. Maruti's made it very tempting. Is it a Creta-killer? Not yet. But it's definitely a great Creta alternative, and for a lot of buyers, maybe even the smarter pick. What do you think about it? Do let us know in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.